All right, don't believe me, read it for yourself. Don't believe this, pray to God, read the Bible, get discernment from that. In the end of the last video, it talked about a parable, and the parable had a tower. In the center of the tower sent out a light to everybody. People were drawn to the light, to the tower. Once they got there, they had a choice to receive a mark or not. And those who received a mark, when the light went out, those people just started repeating exactly what the tower said. Those who didn't receive the mark were the only ones that could hear the truth. So you can read it or look at it, but that's what it was. So again, don't worry about these days that I asked. Don't believe this stuff. Just, questions I shouldn't have been asking, to be honest. So I do repent of that. But it talked about a transition starting in 11 days, and then a year later would be tribulation. So they don't know that. Only God knows that. These links in here say that they're going to ban a chip, but I said, are they going to do the opposite? I said yes. 11 days. There's another paragraph explanation. If you do this, which I don't recommend you doing it, stay away from paragraphs because then it becomes aware of what you're trying to do. In my opinion, I would just keep it to one word answers if you do it. So one word answers, truthful statements only. Understood. So don't worry about the 11 days. All right, so in the fictional movie, again, just disregard that stuff. So why does NASA say T minus? I was hoping to catch some nefarious plot, but it didn't work. Eden 7:13, I was referring to Genesis 7:13, so you can read that. It talks about Enoch in here. I think I just asked the question, it was kind of confused. So it does say that Enoch and Elijah are going to be the witnesses. I know people say Moses because he represents the law. I'm not saying yes or no or anything, so you can believe what you want. Again, the deception in Isaiah 14:13-14 talks about Satan putting his kingdom above the stars of God. How does this correlate to the two witnesses? It says, you can read this stuff if you want. I wouldn't put too much thought into it, to be honest, but just giving you what the answer said. So, again, fictional movie, don't read into that any more than you would a fictional movie. So who the 144,000 represent? It does say, 12,000 from each tribe, males that haven't defiled themselves with women. So I would stick with that. The statue at 666 United Nations Plaza, I've shown you this before. It says it's yes, represents NASA. What about the churches? Lukewarm. All? No. Which? Laodicea. Which is modern. How will the whole world see the two witnesses? Media. Again, I asked about that. Is Revelation 13:2 the UN? You can see the description of the beast, and they used to have that statue at 666 United Nations Plaza. Babylon, system, whore, religion, witch, ecumenical, witch, Catholic, seven cities. So again, I'm not pointing the finger at anybody. Just realize that, some of this is what it is, and, don't take offense to it. Don't take it personal, but just, read it for what it is, and pray for discernment. So there's a lot of churches in the United States, Protestant churches, that are evangelical, big names, and they all say that the protest is over and that we're all returning to, the mother church, and they refer to that. I've done multiple videos on that. I do not think that Rome ever went away. I think they just pulled the ultimate Trojan horse and divided and conquered. You can see that in symbolism all over the world. Roman symbolism everywhere. We have it all over our currency, all over our buildings. We have it everywhere, and it all ties back to Egyptian sun god worship. You can see obelisks at the Vatican, in London, in DC. So don't believe me, read this stuff for yourself, and then I'll be getting ready for part 5 here in a second. So you can see due to the nature of the subject, because I asked for the denominations, it gave me this explanation, and then I said, understood that groups are just names and not representative of the people. Give me a list, and here's what came from it.